Steven, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Mr. Peters. How are you?
Very good, very good. It is 6 o'clock my time and 4 o'clock yours, so glad we were able to make this work.
Yep.
Everybody, this is Steven. He lives in Uganda. He started a nonprofit charity called His Grace Orphans Ministry, which he humbly takes care of 50 children every day with limited resources. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to first thank you for all that you do, and we're going to try to make a positive impact here and make your life a little more sustainable, hopefully. So, in saying that, Stephen, I'll hand it over to you. Tell us what you're about, where you come from, and how we can help you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Peters or Mr. Austin, for inviting me on such a beautiful day. I want to say Happy New Year today. Anyway, my name is Stephen Sengova. I'm from Uganda on the shores of Lake Victoria in Masaka City. I'm an orphan also. I got the vision when I was still at school that I have to help the children. Therefore, I'm the director and founder at His Grace Orphans Ministry and also the director at His Grace Junior School. The school is for the charity where our children gets education. So, His Grace Orphans Ministry, it's a non-profit organization here in Uganda, based on the shores of Lake Victoria in Masaka City, Samaria Village. Uh, we are responsible or we are taking care of the 50 children through education, health care, feeding them, bringing some facilities for them and all the necessities. I'm here with Brother Austin, who has been a friend for me for a long time, who has the heart of generosity on being a part of His Grace Orphans Ministry. So we are trying uh, to make a foundation of how we can help up to get a land for the organization where we can be able to own to grow the crops, to grow the cattle, trade the cattle, to do a lot of projects on the land. As we are on this small scale limited land, we are on the rented land. So the challenges are too many so that we cannot able to run a lot of projects and children to have a playground, because playing is a part of everything. If a child is always playing football, volleyball, kind of this, it's a part of everything. So we are lacking all of those.
Hmm.
If we get enough land, we are sure that we shall be able to have all those facilitation.
Yeah, exactly. And that was kind of my thought as we've talked over the last couple months is that, hey, let's try to find a sustainable solution. And me being a realtor, I was like, how can you buy land? And I mean, from what you're telling me, basically nobody owns the land out there. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, we are not owning the land, but there are the lands that on sale where we can buy.
Okay. And last time we talked, you were saying that 5 acres would be sufficient for this project?
Yes, according to the number of the children and according to the need and the price of the land, we are thinking that 5 acres is enough for us.
Very good. Yeah. And also, I think we established that the price per acre would be around $3,000. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, that is correct.
Okay.
$3,000 per acre.
Yeah. And do you have a plan for how you would utilize this land? X amount for crops? Is there going to be, you can't really range any cattle on that limited of a space, but give me your thoughts on what kind of crops you think you can establish in your region. Is there enough rainfall? That's kind of the misconception is that a lot of Africa is just this dry, arid wasteland when really in Uganda, you're basically have a pretty good ecosystem there. So a little bit about the climate and what you think you can do with the place.
Okay. According to the climate of Uganda, we always having the season whereby people, everyone plants the crops, and we have the season where everyone graze animal, and we have the season where always the rain is raining. So if we get that run, we shall be able to plant maize first, and when we get maize, that means that we shall be not more buying food for the children, for the school. We shall be no more buying food because we shall be cropping the maize, because here we buy maize flour, and maize comes from maize flour. That is first. And again, if we get that land, we shall be able to plant beans. I don't know whether you understand when I'm talking about beans, but
Yep, yep.
beans, okay, yeah, we always plant here beans. So if we get that land, we shall be able to plant enough beans. And beans is also used as a sauce. When we get maize, that is food. And when we get beans, that is sauce.
Hmm.
Therefore, we shall be able to get enough food for us. And again, on the same land, we shall be raising maybe poultry, enough poultry, so that the children can be getting eggs for a good enough protein in their lives. And again, we shall be raising cattle, like getting milk and goats, cows, everything that we shall be thinking on shall be established on that land. And therefore, after raising all those projects, we shall be able again to sustainability of the projects or the sustainability of the organization by selling eggs, by selling the crops, by selling the animals that we shall be raising, or hens or chicken, all of this, there will be enough self-reliancy for ourselves, for no more begging for the donation and lacking anyway, if we get enough land, because we shall be capable to plant our own food.
Yes, exactly. And when we're thinking in the grand scheme of things, if we can really come up with this $15,000 you'll need for the land, that just takes all the worries away later on down the road. I really like how you touched on the word sustainability because that's definitely the goal of what we're trying to accomplish here. You touched base on, I think you guys have chickens already, is my understanding. And I liked
Yeah,
how,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I liked how, so he's having issues with the chickens because they don't have enough food for them to eat either, which is becoming a problem. If you can't feed the chickens, then they can't really produce for you. So, definitely having those corn and beans, I think you can create more of like a cornmeal. You can use every part of the plant because the chickens are gonna, you can grind that up and they're gonna eat whatever you can give them too. So, this is like the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Great. Um, So now that I'm on my desktop here, Steven, I'm actually going to share my screen and then we can kind of just walk through this PowerPoint quick. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. So Steven was able to create this PowerPoint for me to kind of just give us an overlay. And if there's anything we've talked about already, let's just skip over that for now and kind of fill in any of the blanks that are left in this presentation. Um, so is there anything on this page that you'd like to touch base on?
Sorry?
Is there anything on this slide you'd like to touch base on, just to give everybody a little more detail about how life is in Uganda?
Okay. Yeah, I think I've already talked about this. I was introducing the organization, where we're based, and how we are doing. So this is
Great.
the information that I was talking.
Yep. So,
Okay. Okay.
here's all the chickens. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You have 500 of them?
Yes, we are having 500 chickens right now, but recently we have lost 10 of them. So that means that they are no longer 500. We have lost 10 of them because we have been lacking the vaccination, and we have been lacking food and all the needs. So the chickens were affected with flu and lack of food. So we have lost 10 of them, but still we are having them.
And what do you have to do to feed these chickens right now? You have to bring in bags of cornmeal and other things, I'm assuming.
Come again?
What is the current plan for feeding all these chickens? Where do you get the food from?
Okay, so as I've been saying that everything here is on buying because we don't have our own land to plant them. We have been buying the maize grain, and that is made maize grain. We've been buying them from the stores, and again we have been buying the concentrate that we mix with maize grain, and we mix with a broken and other needs. So we have been by each and everything. It has been on a on a cost. So that means that we have to buy everything to mix their food, and each day the chickens eat 50 kilograms every day. So that means that I have to be having 50 kilograms every day to feed 500 chickens. And I think you can know how very tough is that and how challenging is it. But we hope in 5 months from now, the chicken shall be starting laying eggs, because that is our target. Because the moment they lay eggs, we shall be able to sell that eggs to get money to first to feed them and to feed their children.
Yes.
Yep.
And chickens too. I mean, if you have 500 of them and they're laying eggs and you let some of them hatch, now you got a new generation of chickens. So I think we're just kind of getting into we can recycle this and it can be reusable. And the current plan that we have right now, there's no concept of that there. You have to buy it from an outside source, and it's very the prices are exponentially higher, I would assume, if you're trying to transport that to your small village and just kind of touching base on, again, the sustainability aspect of this. So going back to, here's the next page. Something I guess I would like to have some clarification on is kind of touching base on the child protections, um, trafficking, it looks like. Are you guys in a position to really like uh, be able to save these kids? Is there some sort of like security with the school? Do they go home to their parents, or is this more of a you have them room and boarded at the school?
They're talking about what?
The children, um, are they in a safe spot? Because we're talking about the child protections, sustenance, child sex exploitation. Those aren't very good things. Is there a lot of like crime and um, problems in your area?
Yeah, yeah. As here in Uganda, the problem that always facing for the children when we say that child sexual exploitation, you find out that children, when the children are not protected at school, they grow up in the areas whereby they can be affected by sexual intercourse and they can get disease when they are still young. So we are very concerned on that objectives about sex exploitation about the children because we don't want children to get into that things when they are still young.
Yeah. Or do these kids live at their parents' homes, or do you bunk them up at the school?
Uh, as I've been saying that we don't have enough space,
Okay.
we do keep yes, we do keep some of the children around my home, and other children are in around the grand guardians, not even mother, not even father, but around the school, near the school, and other children also are in the school. So if we get enough facility, we shall be keeping them around the school.
Okay. Who are some of these cuties on the eating some food here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the picture.
Yeah, who are these kids? What are their names?
The names of the kids.
Yeah, yeah. In the picture
Oh,
here.
this one that shows two fingers, she's called Pauline.
Porine.
Yes, and the second one is called Elizabeth, and the other one's called Asante, and the
Nice.
other one is called yes, and the other one called Angel.
And what are their stories? What brings them to the orphanage?
Oh, all of these childrens, they are very poor in their families, and some of them they don't have parents. Totally, they don't have parents, and they were not getting education. I think, as you can see on their tender age, when the kids are not getting education, whereby here in Uganda, education is very vital. So uh, they were not getting education, and as His Grace Orphans Ministry, we are very so concerned on any children that is in dilemma there in the village. We look into it, we follow the children, we see the challenges, we see the situation. There, if we have an opportunity, we grant him or her into the program of His grace. So these children, they don't have parents for now, but we are trying as His grace to find a sponsor for them who can sponsor their education so that they can be valuable in the future.
And that's amazing. Yeah. Definitely breaking the cycle is what's needed. Where did you get educated at?
Why do I get education?
Where did you get your education? Are you able to teach these kids yourself?
Okay, okay. No, I'm not teaching them myself. As I told you that we have a school, we have a staff. So that means that we have a profession teachers who went to school and get a profession, the teachers who are teaching them according to the government of Uganda on the curriculum of education, Ministry of Education. So we are
Okay,
teaching
okay.
following the Ministry of Education, and the school is registered in the government of Uganda.
Got it. Okay, that's amazing. Um, Talk about this. Oh, you even have a timeline. Yeah, talk about this timeline for a little bit. We have 2 minutes left in our session, and then we'll have to wrap it up. But yeah, final thoughts. Looks like you've put a lot of thought into this, and I want to do everything I can to make it happen.
Okay, this project work plan or timeline was about the project we were thinking about to do. The next slide was about tailoring project. We thought of that one, this Grace Tailoring project. This project was also in our mind, however much we haven't started it, but it's in our mind that if we can put this project, there are a lot of children who are not able to go to school, and yet we cannot able to take them to school, but we can take them to these skills. They can get these skills and they can learn how to sew something, how to make a dress, how to make something to put on, the livelihood skills. So we wanted to put those children who are not at school to learn these skills so that they can be something in their future. They can make money on their own. So this project, we thought of it, but unfortunately, we haven't started it.
Yeah, that's good. I think one step at a time. I think we're on the right track with getting those 5 acres and hopefully having everybody share the vision of sustainability here. And Stephen, I really appreciate your time and hopefully we can make something work for you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think here you can see the staff, the teachers behind the children in the photo.
Oh, yeah, there they go. Okay, perfect.